Hey everybody. I know y'all like, why is she making us watch her drink water? Well, it's the end of the night. I'm about to go to bed. And I decided, why not do a video? You know? And so you all are seeing me in my whole bedtime attire so we could talk fragrances. So if you would like to hear about some lovely perfume combinations I've been playing with lately, y'all know, don't click off yet. Don't click off, just hang out. Okay, so 2022 is the year of layering. And to be honest, when it comes to like the female frag community, I'm seeing a lot of layering videos. Now, I have to say that it kind of bleeds in from the body spray groups because they do a lot of layering because they need to amp up their fragrances. But now, you know, you're seeing more of us talking about layering combos. So I am a novice. I admit I'm not an expert, you know, with doing this like some people because they really get into it and they know what they're doing. Not I. I'm just trying it out finally. And I have tried some things and worn them and said, damn, this smells good. Now, a few of them haven't worked out quite so well, but these so far have worked out. Now, the usual way to do these is, you know, you do a video with perfume to perfume combinations, or you do one with perfume and body spray, or as they like to say, fine fragrance mist combinations. Well, this is going to be a combination of both. It's a combo video. Why? Because I've been playing with them all and I just don't feel like trying to like separate and put a list of these and this is enough and then a list of those and that's enough. So let's just go on and talk about the ones that I have. So here we go. Okay, so I'm going to start out with my Bath and Body Works and perfume combinations because I got the Bath and Body, the BBW out. BMBW. That's what we're gonna say. So the first one I'm gonna talk about is this one. And this one is starring Contessa by Moresque. The reason why I decided I wanted to figure out something was because this one has a serious anise note, which gives it this kind of licoricey vibe in the top, which I really am not a fan of. However, when I wore it, as it dried down, it became beautiful. It's this beautiful, stunning, gourmand, caramely, just gorgeous. So I didn't want to get rid of it, or, you know, because I was on the verge of selling it. But then I was like, okay, since you get into this Bath and Body Works thing, which was like right before after I bought this, I said maybe we could figure out something. And I did. So this is the combo to do with this one, and anything like this I would think. So if you have something that has kind of like a licorice note but you kind of like it, you know, a top note like that you need to get rid of, here is what you need. You need Cashmere Glow by Bath and Body Works. Now this is, let me raise up its stuff. This is Golden Peach, Lily Petals, Shimmering Vanilla, and Cashmere Musk. Let me tell you. Now, I am one of those layers because this, of course, is a mist. So I put this on last. So I sprayed this on, and then I sprayed this on top. It wiped out the anise. Anise, how do you say it? Anise, anise. And what it did was it made it less prominent, but it was still there. But the licorice was so gone, and it became more cashmere musky like. It gave it more sweetness. It was like it toned down that licorice and made it sweet and made it wearable. So, and beautiful actually. I was like, oh my God, this is stunning. So those are the two that go together. Contessa by Moresque and Cashmere Glow by Bath and Body Works. All right, next up is this one. This is one of my favorite Elizabeth Arden's because, you know, I love Elizabeth Arden. And this is NYC Premier, Fifth Avenue NYC Premier. I keep telling everybody this is kind of like alien esque to me, but it's not too much, where it's more like, you know, I'll just be on a lighter alien that I can wear, because me and the alien don't always get along. Well, I decided to amp up that jasmine, and I use Night Blooming Jasmine, and I only have the lotion. I don't have the mist. Eventually, if I can find the mist, I'll probably get it. And this is jasmine flower, white musk, and apple blossom. So it just amped up the jasmine, and oh my goodness, this was so sexy, but a subtle sexy. You know, as aliens in your face, this is a subtler alien sexy, and it is gorgeous. So these are the two for that one. Okay, so next up we're gonna do this one. I'm gonna pull this one from right here for a second, and we're gonna talk about this. This is, of course, Amouage Lilac Love. Now, I adore Lilac Love. This is one of the Secret Garden collection. I do need to do this video, but this is the Secret Garden collection, and I really enjoy it, and it's a beautiful lilac. But what it is if you know anything about it, it's a dry, chocolatey kind of lilac, right? Well, I wanted it to be amped up. I wanted a little more lilac to it, because it's a very dry, very, very gorgeous, just interesting lilac chocolate, right? This one I saw recently, and yes, it works. This is Fresh Cut Lilacs by, of course, Bath and Body Works, because they're the only person I got these fine fragrance mists from. This one has lilac, dewy greens, and soft spring air. So it is just a gorgeous, fresh lilac. And by adding these two together, it really just brings out that lilac, makes it even more springtime. So this gives it a more springtime vibe, because like Lilac Love, you can wear in the wintertime because it's got that dry chocolatey vibe. But once you do this, the chocolatey vibe is still there, but it's more lilac, which makes it just, ooh, just delicious. Just delicious. Now, where's this one I have? I just saw it. Give me a second. Okay, so next up, we're going to start here. So, okay, let's start here. And yes, I'm gonna leave that in there. This is Fairy Tale by, of course, this is Fairy Tale. I gotta stop saying by Bath and Body Works. This is Fairy Tale. Now, everybody says that it's the dupe for Libra by YSL. I don't know, because I don't have Libra. I probably have a sample around here, but it just wasn't something that I've been dying for. So this has pomegranate nectar, orange blossom, vanilla bean, and warm amber. I will say that this is beautiful. It is stunning. It is gorgeous. So then I said, okay, so this is an orange blossom. What orange blossom could I play with this and see how this plays together well? And I have one for you. This is Perdition by Nobile 1942. Now, this in particular is very much like Love Don't Be Shy. I used to have Love Don't Be Shy, but it was just a little thick on the marshmallow, very sweet. Perdition is very similar, but in Perdition, it is heavier on the orange blossom, which makes it not quite as sweet, a little more floral, much more pleasing to me. So by adding this Fairy Tale, it just made it just this gorgeous, just even more orange blossom. And I cannot have enough orange blossom in my life, and so it's really beautiful together. Now, of course, I don't need Fairy Tale to make this smell beautiful. I don't. But together, then it added in this kind of like musky vibe. This, you know, the apple, is it an apple? No, I'm sorry, the pomegranate nectar gave it a slight tartness that it needed. And so it is gorgeous. Yes, yes, yes. So that is Perdition and Fairy Tale, a match made in heaven. Okay, so next up is this one. And when I show it to y'all, y'all gonna be like, okay, we get it. So this is, of course, Jasmine Marzipan by Maison Lancome. Beautiful bottle, stunning fragrance. Love it, love it. But the thing for me is, I've never really gotten the marzipan part. You know, everybody says, well, it's got this candied almond. I've never gotten it. Never. Never, never, never. So what did I get to amp up this? And that's why, and I bought this in particular to try it with this specifically, and that is Almond Blossom. Now y'all know Almond Blossom is beautiful. It is almond, it is vanilla, it is musk fragrance, right? So it's beautiful. Everybody loves it. It's a well-loved B&BW. So by adding it to the Jasmine Marzipan, it gave me the almond that I had been looking for. So I'm sure the almond was there, but it was just so subtle to my nose, I wasn't catching it. But by doing these two together, it was like magic, baby. It was like magic. That's what it was. That's what it was when these two came together to make it the truly Jasmine's Marzipan for me. All right, now this one was a surprise. This wasn't even on my radar to try together. I wasn't even thinking about it, but I don't know, something made me do it and it just happened, y'all. Hold on, water break. I'm feeling a little parched. How about you? Have you been drinking your water? Okay. This is Quelques Fleurs Royale by Hubagans. I just received this recently. Bought it on a blind buy. Someone was selling it that I know and I trust her. So she said this was it was a floral, but it was a little too honey for her. That came to mind. I said, well, hello, goodbye. I need this in my life. And so I bought it. Now, the other day I received these Bath and Body Works ones. And I said, well, oh, and I don't know why I tried these together. So let me show you what I have. This is Moonlight Path. This is Night Blooming Jasmine, Blue Violet, Sheer Lavender, Lily of the Valley, and Soft Musk, right? I don't know why, but I had sprayed on this and I said, oh, I wonder how this will smell with it. Just out the blue. It wasn't even thought to it. I didn't even look at the notes really, but I said, floral, floral. Let's see how they smell together. And oh, it was like magic, y'all. It was another magical moment. It smells so beautiful. I wore it again. I just had to have it on again because it was like I was on my way to bed. This would be a beautiful nighttime fragrance. If you like florals, you know, because sometimes, oh, I want cozy. This is really beautiful. It's like going to sleep in a garden. You know, if you want to feel like you're in this garden and that relaxes you, yes, these together, because this gives it, you got the sweetness from the honey, but then you get this powderiness. Oh, and it's still extremely floral, just a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Yes, 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 yes. So we're talking Quelques Fleurs Royale and Moonlight Path by, you know, stop saying it. Okay, there we go. I was like gonna say it again. Stop it. All right. Then we have this. Now this is a serious, y'all, I was just trying to do some stuff, y'all. This is fragrance. This okay, I'm gonna just show y'all what I was on. I'm gonna show y'all what I was on. So I was thinking, honey and oranges sounds like they would be really good together. You know, like that honey orange. Like we always doing like honey with other things. But I was like, but what about a juicy orange? Because that sounds tasty, don't it? I mean, the juicy orange and honey. I'm sure there's some fragrances out there, but all of a sudden I just wanted something like that. So here's what I did. I took honey wildflower lotion, which of course has crisp pear, fresh wildflowers, and sweet honey. So I was like, oh, let's try this. So it's got the honey, but it's got a little pear in it and everything. So it's kind of fruity and honey. Then I put on top of it a little Ellis Brooklyn Beet, because this is a honey bomb. So now we got this honey, and it's this deep honey, and I kind of wanted to play with it because I wanted to kind of tone down the honey, you know, because you can't wear this all the time at full strength because it's just, it's a lot, but I still love it. So I was like, oh, this might, you know, give it a toned down vibe, and it does, because like the pear tones down that honey, but then that wasn't enough, y'all. That wasn't enough. Then I put on top Arancia, Paris Monte Carlos, Arancia de Sicilia. Ho ho ho, yes, yes, yes. And this is a juicy orange. You know, it's Arancia de Sicilia. It is a juicy orange. Slightly musky, very, oh, it's so good. And so I then layered that on top. So now I've got this beautiful kind of fruity, honeyed vibe with a lot of juicy orange on top. So it was like very citrusy on top, but the pear comes through just a little bit, and you get this honeyed vibe because of the honey wildflower and the bee honey. So here we go. All three of these, boom, boom, took me out, did the damn thing. Okay, finally, let's get into some perfume combinations. So let's start here. We're gonna start with this one. Now, we all love Kayali's Invite Only, right? We all love it. It's beautiful, it's sexy and everything. However, the one thing to me is like, I want the cherry, the opening to be a little more intense, a little deeper, to really marry a little longer. And so what did I do? I said, well, what could I put with this? What could really work with Invite Only? This is a very strong fragrance. It has its own presence. It's beautiful and everything. But what would really be something to like really add to it that would really bring out some shine? And you know what I came up with? Scandal at Night by Gaultier, because this is a orange blossom honey cherried bomb, and it goes, and that cherry is what I was looking at, and ooh, yes, because this has honey in it, this has honey in it. Now the difference is this orange blossom, so it gives it, so let me say this, the one thing it does intensify the cherry, does make the honey even richer, sweeter. But what it does is with the orange blossom, for the people who say it leans a little too masculine for them, it sweetens it up and lightens it up and gives it a little more feminine edge. So if you like Invite Only, but you say, oh, but it's just a little masculine for me, so you kind of like, oh, you kind of try to use it, but you're not just quite there, add in the Gaultier Scandal at Night, and I promise you it will change the vibe. It'll be even sexier than it already was, because this is a sexy fragrance. This is a sexy fragrance. Add them together. You are SOTHing to the gods. And if you don't know what SOTH means, it means you are stunting on the hoes. HEAUX, because we're classy, not trashy. Stunting on the hoes. There you go. All right. So now this one is all about the spiciness, right? So I was thinking, Alien Fusion. Now I love it. I have learned to really enjoy Alien Fusion. I was a little disappointed in the beginning because the spices don't last long enough for me. The ginger, because you know this is the tuberose alien. But the ginger didn't last, the spiciness didn't last long enough. So I said, I want a little more ginger in this baby. And I said, this might work. I did Serge Lutens 5 o'clock Eau Gingembre, which is a ginger tea base, is a ginger tea fragrance. Kind of sweet, just very beautiful. And together, this amps up the spiciness of this one, but yet still keeps the alien vibe. So now don't go heavy on this one, because it's rich and it stands alone. So you want to be a little heavy on, you want this one to be your main, top this, but don't be as heavy with this one. You know, spray it lighter or not as many places on you that you would put this on. But I promise you, it creates more of a gingery, spicy vibe, but yet you still get that tuberose alien vibe from it. So this is Alien Fusion with 5 o'clock Eau Gingembre by Serge Lutens. All right. Now, I was like, coffee. I like this note, I like this fragrance, but then I got this other fragrance. I said, this might be really interesting together. And it is. So here we talking about, this is Dream House Curios Cognac. This is chocolate cognac, and then it's got ylang ylang in it. Right now, I'm on this ylang ylang kick. Low key, I'm on a ylang ylang kick, right? So we have this. This is cognac. And then I said, I got this, and I said, ooh, this might be good together. And it is. This is Floral Street's Ylang Espresso. So it has very similar notes, but then it has that coffee in it. So now I've got chocolate coffee cognac. Chocolate coffee cognac with the ylang. And what happens is the coffee doesn't last that long. You need to definitely spray this twice just to get a good coffee note. But as it dries down, you get that ylang from both of them, and you get the boozy cognac and the chocolate, and it is something to be said for a rich kind of gourmandy kind of vibe right there. So that is Ylang Espresso by Floral Street and Cognac by Dream House of Curio. All right, and this is the last one. Now let's talk about this fragrance. This fragrance right here has been problematic for me. I kept hearing people talking about it and talking about it and talking about it and saying how wonderful it was, and you know, so sexy, so sexy. So I had to get it. But I struggle with it. So this is Dark Purple by Montal. I know you could tell by when I was, you know, that it was a Montal. So here's my struggle, is that it's kind of, it has these moments. It has plum in it. Plum can be kind of musty, like an old lady's house. And sometimes it comes off that way on me, but then other times I spray it and it's really beautiful. And it's sexy, like everybody says, because people always talk about this like, oh my God, this is so sexy, it's so sexy, it's so sexy. And I honestly just was like, I don't know, it's not doing it for me. It's smelling like Miss Carrie house sometimes. But so then I said, okay, it's the plum note I'm having the problem with. I want to, you know, let's see, can we do something that will, you know, sweeten up and make the plum note a little bit richer. So I came up with this, and this was the bang. This was the bang. This is Girlie, the Roman Night Absolute, which is another plum fragrance. Now the thing with this one is that it is not as strong. It is a much lighter one. I always say this is like cuddling kind of sexy because it doesn't project a lot. It stays close to you, but it is a sexy plum. So I added these together, and it was like they were made for each other, because it honestly gave me that sexy, rich, deep plum that I thought I was gonna get from this alone, that comes and goes. So by doing this, the plum just really amped it up, and it's sexy as fucking hell. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It's sexy as motherfucking hell, because I was trying to say it like and not say it, but then it sounded stupid and kind of crazy. So let's just say it out. It's sexy as motherfucking hell. So that is Girlie's Roman Night, the Roman Night Absolute with Montal's Dark Purple. They even look like they should be together, don't they? They look like they cousins, that they the best cousins. The best, you know, them best friend cousins. They best friend cousins. All right. Did I do everything? Yes, I did. So that is it for my latest edition of fragrance layering combos with the beginner, with the novice, with the novice. What did I call myself before? I have to check. But anyway, thank you all for watching. As always, you know, I'm going to keep trying them out. And if y'all got some combos, tell me about them. I would love to hear about them in the comments. And as always, it's your Lulu. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Good night. And then I do mean good night because I'm going to bed now.